Water, again. Always water, always moving like it has somewhere to be. Like any of us have somewhere to be. I didn't ask to narrate this. I want that on the record. But here we are, at Wekiva Island, where the humans come to remember they have bodies, where they come to pretend they're wild. The metal sculptures are singing. That's what they do. The wind pushes through them, and they sing these hollow, accidental songs, notes that don't quite form melodies. Existence proving itself through vibration. They're abstract things, these sculptures, twisted metal reaching up like they're trying to escape their own foundations. Spirals and curves and angles that catch the light, catch the wind, catch nothing at all. And I think about how much effort it takes to make something that moves without trying. The engineering of surrender, the mathematics of letting go. I could be anywhere right now, literally anywhere. The canoe. Oh, the canoe. Someone has decided we're going upstream now, paddling toward the hot springs. The paddle cuts the water, and the water fills back in behind it, like the river is healing itself from the insult of being parted. Stroke after stroke after stroke. Meditative, they call it. I call it repetitive. But maybe that's the same thing. Everything grows here. Everything. The moisture in the air is so thick you could spread it on toast, and it's beautiful. Fine, I'll say it. It's overwhelmingly, aggressively, inconveniently beautiful, which somehow makes it worse. The hot springs are ahead. You can tell because the water changes color, from tea to something clearer, cleaner. 72 degrees year-round. The paddlers move upstream, their canoes cutting V-shaped wakes that spread and fade and disappear. Impermanent lines in water that never remembers. Every paddle stroke is a small violence against stillness. From my log, I've been watching you all chase something you can't name through water that won't remember you were here. Watching you document and splash and paddle and try so hard to feel something worth feeling. And maybe, from my log, from my specific perspective on this log, in this river, in this footage, slow down until every second becomes 3. Maybe I understand it, the need to go to Wekiva, to paddle upstream, to swim in springs that have been flowing since before your grandmother's grandmother had a word for spring. Someone told me once, though I didn't ask. I never ask. The Wekiva River moves like it's thinking about something else, like it's distracted. Spanish moss hangs from the oak trees like the forest is melting in slow motion, which it is, because everything is in slow motion here. Everything stretched out like taffy, like time got stuck. to stand in water and feel held by something older than hurt. You come here to remember you're small. That's the secret. You come here to be diminished by cypress trees and geological time and water that doesn't care about your job or your relationship status or the thing you said 5 years ago that still keeps you awake. You come here to be reduced to a body in water, and from my log, I watch you remember. The light is changing. It's always changing here. Morning light, afternoon light, evening light. Each one a different conversation with the water. The geometry of not caring about anything except this moment, this perfect cold, warm moment in a hot spring that's been here since before moments mattered. I think about permanence. The springs have been flowing for thousands of years. The river has been moving for longer. The cypress trees are older than anyone's grandparents. And these people, these beautiful temporary people, they come and they go, they paddle and they swim and they take their photos and they leave. And the river keeps moving and the wind keeps pushing through the metal sculptures, and somewhere, someone is being forced to talk about it. You know what's strange? The contradiction of it. This place is designed for humans to escape, but they bring everything with them. Their phones, their schedules, their need to be somewhere by a certain time. You can see it in how they paddle. Efficient strokes, checking watches, racing against some invisible deadline, even here in a place where time is supposed to dissolve. I'm still on my log. I'll be here tomorrow. I've been here before you arrived, and I'll be here after you leave. We outlast, we witness. We do not narrate, except apparently when we're forced to. When someone points a camera at paradise and asks someone something to explain why it matters. It matters because it doesn't need to matter. It matters because it was here first. It matters because you can paddle upstream and arrive at water that's been the same temperature for 10,000 years. It matters because the metal sculptures sing. It matters because the river moves and the moss grows and the cypress trees don't apologize for taking up space. There are people. Of course there are people. They're always here in their bright swimsuits, in their rented tubes, floating like confused punctuation marks in a sentence written by water. They laugh, they splash, they take photos of themselves proving they went outside. I don't understand the compulsion, but I respect it. The need to document the temporary, to say, I was here to a future that won't care. And you temporary beautiful creature in your rented canoe with your waterproof phone, you matter because you showed up, because you paddled, because you let the water hold you for a while. Even if I'd prefer to be somewhere else, even if you would too. We're here in the slow motion of this specific afternoon. I would prefer to be somewhere else, anywhere else. Maybe a room with the climate control and no insects, and definitely no requirement to observe and comment on the beauty of nature.